I feel like this method has really been helping me a lot because it not only just makes me read books on my TBR that I wouldn't normally gravitate to, but it also allows me to have some freedom with picking like a TBR prompt. And I'm gonna read you descriptions and you tell me which one you want me to choose. Oh, it survived, guys, it survived. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. Welcome to our April TBR video. It's crazy to me that we are doing our TBR for April. I feel like I just was doing our TBR for like January, like a few weeks ago, and it's already gonna be April. That's insane. That's insane to me. Kind of freaking me out just a little bit. So if you don't know, for the year of 2024, we have been picking our April TBRs using this advent calendar and a random number generator and also our TBR prompt jar. So we have a lot of methods in there to pick the best possible TBR that I can, and I have been averaging like 9 books. So to be safe, I think I'm gonna pick like 8 books because there's always gonna be a book in there that I don't put on my TBR but that I really wanna read. So I'm gonna pick 8 books today. There's 12 TBR prompts and 12 book titles inside these little drawers. I know it's not Christmas anymore, but this is fun and we're gonna keep doing it. The way we're gonna be picking the number drawer is we're gonna be using a random number generator on our phone. Whatever number comes up is the number drawer that we're gonna pull and see what awaits us. I feel like this method has really been helping me a lot because it not only just makes me read books on my TBR that I wouldn't normally gravitate to, like with just like the book titles, but it also allows me to have some freedom with picking like a TBR prompt. I think this is like the best method that I've had so far of picking our TBR. Our lowest number is 1 and our highest number is 24. Let's see what our first book is. This is so exciting. I have a lot of books that I hope we get. 1! Okay, starting off with number 1. Let's see what this is. Box number 1 is a snowflake, and it's a book title, Ruthless Vows. Ruthless Vows is our first pick, which, if you don't know, is the pretty new release, in my opinion, the sequel to the Divine Rivals duology. I really love Divine Rivals. I feel like the romance in there was just so good. I've heard mixed reviews about the romance in here as far as like more so takes over like the mythological fantasy aspect of the story and not as much romance, which makes sense considering how Divine Rivals ended. I'm still excited regardless to read this, and this will be a series that we can finish because I think this is the last book in the series. It's just a duology, and it's also a beautiful cover. I got the UK covers, even though I kind of regret not getting the US cover because it does not have the cute little typewriter that the US hardbacks do, but that's okay. I don't know how to explain what this book is about without giving spoilers for Divine Rivals because it is the second book in a series. So if you haven't heard Divine Rivals by now, how did you do that? Because last year I non-stop heard about Divine Rivals. I don't know where to stack these, so we're just gonna stack them right here for right now and hope it doesn't fall. Alright, that was our first pick. We're gonna spin again. I hope we get a prompt. Last time I think I only got like 1 or 2 prompts and I really like the prompts. Okay, 10. Let's see. This might be a prompt. Here's our number 10. Oh, it is a prompt. A book you've had for a long time. That is calling me out on my massive physical TBR. I don't know what book I had the longest on my TBR that I haven't read. Oh, I know one. Oh, this one's so old. Not old, but like I've had it for a long time. This might be the oldest book that I have on my physical TBR that I have not read yet. And it has such massive hype around it that I just feel like I was scared to read it. And that is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. A very famous and highly talked about romance. I hear it's kind of sad, which also scares me, but also it has so much hype. Like, this is an OG book talk book. I bought it probably over a year ago. It seems like Archer had like a bad past and then he left to escape his bad past to go to Maine. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this is about. I'm excited. Hello everyone, it is much later. My boyfriend got home and we had to go somewhere for a few hours, but we're back And I'm back. We are gonna keep doing our April TBR. It has truly been a few hours, so I think I spoke about Archer's Voice, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that was our second book. We have 6 more to go. Okay, 23. Second to last one. It looks like it's a book title. Here is number 23. Oh my god. Trolling me. This is trolling me right now. We just chose Wretched. And if you know, I have read Hooked and Scarred, and I have had Wretched on my bookshelf on my physical TBR since I read Hooked and Scarred, which was a solid like 8 months ago, and I just have not. I tried to pick it up like 3 times, and I only got like 1 or 2 chapters in. But it's a Wizard of Oz dark retelling. I don't know. I don't think I've heard the best things about this one, even though I loved Scarred and I really liked Hook. I didn't hear the best things about Wretched, so I think I've been like unconsciously avoiding it and just not gravitating towards it. But April TBR is like, okay, we're getting through our physical TBR Saturday. Come on, you gotta get through this. So we're gonna do Wretched for our 3rd book, and we are going to read, I'm putting it out in the universe, we are going to read Wretched this month. This is not going to be one of those books that slides by another month because I need to read this one. Wizard of Oz retelling, and it's a romance, dark romance, the 3rd book in the Never After series. It's about the Wicked Witch of the West. So yeah, I really do love Emily McIntyre's retellings. I love how she adds little Easter eggs from the original fairy tale in there, but she has like the dark twist on them, and it's always very entertaining. So I'm excited. I don't know what has been keeping me apart from it. Well, I do know. I just told you why. We're just gonna add Wretched on because it needs to happen. It just really does. We have 2 series right now. It's gonna be a series month. Who knows? Number 3. Here, it looks like it might be a book title. Here is drawer number 3. Let's see, a long book title. Okay, we have Everything I Know About Love. This is actually a nonfiction. So that is this one, Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. This is actually a book that I gifted to my cousin, and she read it. I gave it to her on Christmas time, and she read it the next month, and of course I have not. So I am excited to reading this. I have heard there's a lot of really good like life lessons about being a girl and girlhood friendships in your 20s, and I think that it definitely got high ratings, probably for a reason. So I'm very excited about this, especially because I'm trying to get through more of my nonfiction TBR. That's also my goal, is I want to like read at least a couple nonfictions during this year, because I just gravitate much more heavily toward fiction. But it's always good to switch up the genre every now and then. So we have Everything I Know About Love. Excited to read this one, even though it does have a little like crease in there because during shipping I guess it got bent over. But that's okay. We can deal with it. That is going to be our 4th book. We have like a little color scheme going on, I feel like. 2 series of nonfiction and a romance. Pretty good TBR in my opinion. Okay, number 18. Here is drawer number 18. Cute little bird. See, it's a prompt. This always happens when he's not here. This says a book your boyfriend picked. Ah, he's not here. Ah, darn. Should we save this? Maybe we'll save this one. And then if he gets home before I'm done filming this video, then we will have him come in and pick from a few. We're gonna save that one, but we are gonna spin again. We have 4 more to go. 3 more possibly if he gets home in time to pick my book. I feel like I really want him to do this. 3, wait. You already did 3. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like I really wanted to pick one. I just want to see. We have 17. Here is drawer number 17. It is a book title. Okay. Legendary. Legendary is another series. It is the 2nd book in the Caraval series, which I started Caraval last month? 2 months ago, and this is the 2nd book. It's a thicker book than Caraval, but I really loved Caraval. I think I gave it like a 4.5, 4.75. Like I really loved Stephanie Garber's writing, and I really loved the whole concept of like the dark night circus. I thought that was really cool. I love the way that it was described like so magically. In this, I think we're gonna get more into what was revealed in the last couple pages of Caraval, and I've been very curious since I finished that book what this one is gonna be about. So basically, this is a night circus, and it's run by Legend, who no one knows who he is but he's supposed to be like this dark wizard, and there's two sisters, Scarlet and Donatella, and then have their story in Carnival, and I won't say what happens in this because I can't spoil it, but it's the second book in the series, and which is very entertaining and very cool, and it's fantasy, and it's also the prequel trilogy to the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, which I cannot wait to read. So we're gonna get through our Caraval trilogy first. So we have Legendary as our number 5 pick. Let's see, we're gonna hide that and see what our next one is. This is really stacking up to be like a series. It's kind of funny. It's like series, not series, series, not series, series. 16. We're like sticking in the teens this time. Here is drawer number 16. Little cute reindeer. An award-winning book. Okay, this is gonna take some research on my part. I don't know any books that are award-winning. I want to really stick to my TBR. Barnes & Noble. We'll go to Barnes & Noble first. I have it at the grocery store. I don't have it, but I wanted to read it. Don't have that one. Don't have that one. Don't have that one. Or I don't have any award-winning books. That should tell you something about that I'm not reading the best books I could be reading. Oh, here we go. Best books of 2023. Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, already read. Curse of True Love, can't read yet. Happy Place, already read. Betting on You, Things We Left Behind. I don't have those and I can't read that one. Let me just go to that little thing. I really want to pick one that I have on my physical TBR. Best romance. Okay, here's the first one I see is Yours Truly, which I do have and I did not read. Where is it? There, proof in the phone that it says it's on the best romance of 2023 list. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez is our award-winning book. I don't know what award it won besides like one of the best romance books, but I am very curious because I have heard so much about this one. It is actually, I think it's like a standalone, but it's like an interconnected standalone, where this is the second book in the world of A Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've never read an Abby Jimenez book. It is a romance between two doctors. The girl is going out for promotion, but the guy doctor, who seems like kind of a jerk from the outside, ends up getting that promotion, and he seems kind of rude to her, so she doesn't like him initially. But then throughout it you find out that he has a really bad social anxiety, and I've heard that the anxiety representation in this is amazing, and I haven't read that many books with anxiety representation. It's been on my TBR for a while, so I love that. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more! Unless my boyfriend gets home, then we'll have one more soon. 22. Here is drawer number 22. Sled. It is a prompt, a book that came out the year you were born, which I don't think I have that many old books. I have to do some research again because I don't think I have that many books. All the kittens are in here now, so we're gonna have to pause while I do some research. So, let's see. Oh, Game of Thrones came out when I was born. That's kind of fun. Alright, we are on 120 and I have not found a book that I have on my physical TBR. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pick from our TBR prompt jar because that prompt didn't work. This is the prompt jar that we used last year to pick our TBRs. And this is where I pull the prompts in the advent calendar from. So we're just gonna pull one and do that prompt because I don't have any of the 976 books. Okay, a book with a color in the title. I already know which one I'm going for because it has been on my mind to read. Hello?
Hey baby, you home?
Yeah. And I'm gonna read you descriptions and you tell me which one you want me to choose. Okay, the first one is called Girl Abroad. Girl who studies abroad for a year in London. It's the perfect chance to finally slip out from under the thumb of her overbearing retired rock star father. She goes to discover herself. She's never considered herself a rule breaker, but soon she's lying to her dad about her living situation and having 2 guys in a little love triangle. Okay? So that's our first one. Our second one is Gonna be a fantasy. It's One Dark Window. This girl is in a kingdom. The way the magic system works is that there's like cards that she has to find, and when she gathers all the cards, then she can like save her world. She goes on a journey to gather all the cards. A maiden must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom in this dark, gothic fantasy debut. So, those are your two options. Girl Abroad or One Dark Window.
I like the One Dark Window.
I knew you were gonna pick that one. You chose One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, which is so exciting because it's a dark romance, fantasy romance. I have been wanting to read this so bad. I'm so happy that he chose this one. So even though he's not here, he chose our next book. Thank you for choosing my book.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Alright, babe.
Okay, bye, love you.
Bye, I love you.
This is gonna be our last one, the book with the color in the title. And if you've seen I think it was my November TBR, I was so mad at myself because I think I got that prompt before and I didn't pick Red Rising. And I've been wanting to read this so bad, so now we're finally picking it. It's a sci-fi trilogy by Pierce Brown. So it says, his wife taken, his people enslaved, driven by a longing for justice and the memory of lost love, Darrow will stop at nothing to bring down his enemies, even if he must become one of them to do so. Yay! Our first sci-fi book! I'm so excited. This has been on my TBR for so long, and I am so sad that I didn't pick it in my last TBR, so now I can pick it in this TBR. And with the one that my boyfriend picked, that completes our 8 books that we will be reading for the month of April. Let's go through them again. So, we have Red Rising for a book with a color in the title. We have One Dark Window for a book that your boyfriend picked. I gave him 2 options and read him the descriptions. We have Yours Truly for an award-winning book. We have Legendary, which was I think just like a book title that we chose. We have Everything I Knew About Love, Everything I Know About Love, which again was a book title that the Advent calendar chose for us. And the same with Wretched, that the Advent calendar chose for us to finally read Wretched. And then we had Archer's Voice, which is a book that has been on your TBR the longest. And then finally we have Ruthless Vows, which was again a book that the Advent calendar just decided to choose for us. Those 8 books complete our April TBR. I was right, there are a lot of series in this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 series, 5 of 8 books that are series. So we'll be getting through and continuing a bunch of series this month, which I am so excited about. And yeah, I feel like we have a nice mix of fantasy, romance, and I love that we have a little nonfiction in there as well. That is gonna be our April TBR, and that is gonna be it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I love picking my TBRs this way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. It survived, guys. It survived.